baddies, welcome or welcome back to my channel. What's up everyone? It is Saturday. It is, wish I could tell you the time. It's always, wait no, it's 1:45 and here we are. Come and spend the day with me. Should I do hair up today? Let me fix that. What is this? This is giving like little, it's giving call center, you know what I mean? Okay, I thought we could hang out together. I have a couple things I need to do today, including dye my roots. We've got the box hair dye. Yes we do. She's here, she's back. Annoying tapping is back as always, but first and foremost I am borderline hungry. For some reason I am really craving a kebab. I don't really know where I should go to get a good reliable kebab, but let me tuck my shoes on and we're gonna go find one. Oh my god, this shoe. Sometimes I realize where my shoes have been and I kind of get like freaked out. This is today's little outfit of the day. Not the regular pajama band t-shirt situation that we usually rock with. Really simple little eye makeup, eyebrows, just mascara, no lashes today. Keeping the skin bare, just moisturizer because I need to heal my skin. No, I know I'm probably never gonna like heal my skin because I keep putting a ton of makeup on it. We're just gonna give her a little rest today. Actually, I need to bring my book. And I'm gonna bring my notebook so I can actually write down. I'm trying to be an organized girl. This is me trying. Here we go. Now it's a little sunny out. Do we bring the hat? Oh my god. I feel like on a little bit of an angle. Backwards. Sun safety is important. I never said it wasn't, but also I think I can, oh my god. I think we can do without the hat. As much as I'd love to be getting around like this, I don't think the world is ready. Let's go. Alright twins, we finally made it. I actually stopped at Coles first to get my drink. This is, I keep looking around again, I'm so paranoid. We are in public again, so I'm the weirdo talking to herself, but I'm still a little jump scared. But yeah, I made a little pit stop to Coles first to get my drink. In my humble opinion, this is the best. Oh, there's some kind of little thing in the bushes. This is the best variety of Coke. Brings a tear to the eye, so good. Anyway, so I've been really excited to try this place. I got a falafel kebab. Sweet chili is always a must. Sometimes I do jalapenos, but today we just went for the classic. This place on the sign, it kept saying like best kebab in the city. Let's see. To be fair, I've only ever had one other kebab in this city, so I'm sure it's gonna be delicious either way. Anyway, first bite, let's have a little try. We knew this was going to be amazing. Love the toastiness. Did have a chance to like cool down a little bit, so it's a little like more lukewarm room temp because I was trotting around trying to find a place to sit. I'm actually sitting on the ground, hence this beautiful upward angle of the camera. Don't know what's in this grass. We're about to find out. The juicy pants are touching grass. The juicy pants are making contact. I can hear people like laughing, like chuckling really loud. Love that. Love the whimsy. I'll be honest, I think that mouthful was just like full of onion, but we love. I want to give you guys like a more in-depth, I don't know how to describe the flavor profile any more than like yummy, a more in-depth description. I love how kebab shops like chop up the tomato and then like stack it. Like, I don't know if you know, you know, it's all in like slices and it's all like, I don't know, it's just, it's cool, like it looks cool. The way the tomatoes stack sounds really weird. These are the weird things that I think about. I also hope the sound quality is not too garbage because I'm just projecting my voice into my iPhone. Wind is blowing. It's actually like really beautiful out here, like in the shade, in the wind. It's not too warm and I'm wearing tracksuit pants, so that's saying something. Oh, we just lost some. Sorry gang. I'm also so excited to do my roots and have my crispy, fresh black hair because I have a lot of, the birds are squawking. There are a lot of ibises around here. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, I have a lot coming up, so I was like, let me just do my roots now, get out of the way and be able to feel all like, it's been really important to me to like get out of the house and like do things, be in nature, have some variety, try new things. You only live once, you know what I mean? Like, we are making the most of the beautiful opportunity that we have to be alive. Gratitude is the attitude. Everything's fine. Regulate your nervous system. I guess I'll see you guys whenever I see you next, in 3 seconds, wherever I end up. Okay, in the great tradition of this channel, we're here to dye my hair. It's a couple hours later. I've been hanging out, editing, eating dinner, doing all that stuff. Now it's time to do my roots. I kind of procrastinated this. I used 2 boxes for my entire head, but I'm just gonna do the roots today. We're already dry and crispy, so let's get into it. I'm so excited, but also a little bit nervous. My ears have been ringing all day because I did blow my eardrums out. Don't stand next to a drum kit, FYI, don't do that. And don't do it 2 nights in a row for 10 hours or something ridiculous. Also, hot tip, paint your nails black so then when the hair dye stains your nails, you can't even tell. Love that. Let's get into it. I also like changed into like a comfy hair dye, whatever shirt. Yay, so excited. All right, I remember the first time I did this, I was terrified. You already know the drill. Let's get into it. And I'm just gonna talk at you and rant because what else are you here for? What else do I possibly, what else would I be doing? I actually do have a bone to pick and we're going to discuss it now. Actually, I better do this first. So after our lovely time in, after my lovely time in the gardens, having my kebab, I began my little journey home, trot, trot, trot. Took the ferry, decided, hey, let's take the scenic way. Let's diversify our mode of transport today. The seats on the ferry are like 5 or 6 or 7. They're like maybe like 5 or 6, you know, wide. So typically I will just sit on one end so that other people can like file in. If there's a big group, they can file in on the other end and there's enough room. I don't want to sit in the middle because then there's like lots of people. I don't want to break people. Anyway, it was just weird, but it was busy today, it being a weekend. So I'm trying to find a seat and there's like a random suitcase that's taking up not 1 but 2 seats, which I'm like, whatever, like reserving judgment, get it, I guess. So the suitcase is there. There's like a random person. I don't know who the suitcase belongs to, which is also terrifying. Like, whose is that? I don't know. Never got my answer to that question. There's a person here, 2 seats, me, and then another seat. I'm probably remembering it wrong. But then I realized that if I sit on the end and there's like the awkward spot between me and the suitcase, and that could like, you know, be someone's seat. If I left that spare, then it would be like unnecessarily just like leaving a blank seat. Like the suitcase was already taking up enough seats. I thought if I sit one over and leave a space on the row, then at least someone else can sit down. So I'm like, okay, great. People getting up and down, you know, like as the stops go. So I'm going on like, great. Then the person who I thought the suitcase belonged to, like unrelated, but the person I thought the suitcase belonged to just like wasn't there anymore. So I'm just sitting next to this random suitcase and people are probably thinking it's my suitcase and they're going to be like, how dare this girl take up a seat and then also have her suitcase, oh my god, her suitcase take up 2 seats. Like, what an inconsiderate bitch. And I'm thinking, it's not me. I'm not the suitcase, okay? But then I'm also mildly panicking because I'm sitting next to a suitcase that does not belong to me and doesn't seem to belong to anyone. And I don't know the story of the suitcase, right? Which is a security issue as it begins, you know? Like, I don't know if it's the same on public transport, but on planes, like if there's an unattended bag, you better run, you know what I mean? So I was like, this is terrifying. At this stage, I'm starting to stress, but it's fine. Like I get unnecessarily stressed in public anyway, because that's just me. Like if I'm out of my house, I freak out. Even when I'm in my house, I still freak out. So I'm thinking, okay, no, everything's fine, everything's good. Then my stop's approaching and excited to get home because by this time, the Coca-Cola I was drinking earlier is about to make a second appearance. I really need to pee. I hope this is mixed enough. As I was saying, people were getting up and down. And so very soon the seat next to me that was free, that was sort of gonna be like my way to be able to hop out and get off at my stop, which I was really paranoid about missing for some reason. Ferries are like the slowest things ever to dock and I probably would have had plenty of time, but I was still freaking out. I don't like to be trapped. I always need to have a contingency of like, how can I escape this situation? I have no idea where that came from. Save it for the therapy, save it for your pillow. Anyway, I always like to know how I can exit a situation. This guy came and sat next to me and all of a sudden my exit was blocked, okay? So now I'm jammed between a suitcase that's like taking up the walkway, then a whole bunch of chairs, and then this guy on this side. So I'm like, okay, my stop's coming up, how do I escape? Not escape, like how do I get off this ferry? I'm gonna have to start putting this on my actual head. So he sits down and I'm thinking, okay, if I, for whatever reason, if he's like disagreeable or I just feel uncomfortable going past him for some reason, felt in my core that this was gonna be a weird situation. Gut feeling, called it. If this is gonna be a bit awkward, I'm gonna hop over the random suitcase who we still don't know who this belongs to, the random as fuck suitcase. I'm gonna like just hurdle over that, crawl over the seats. Don't know how, but anyway, I'm gonna hurdle over that, crawl over the seats, and flee through that way, on that side of the chair. Oh, that's looked ridiculous. Okay, so just stay with me now, guys. So I have this contingency, but then, bless her heart, but a woman comes and sits on the very end of the chair, which like naturally, it's a spare seat next to the random suitcase, but it's a spare seat. And she's sitting down because she's just trying to live her life and get on the ferry, you know? Get it, I guess. But at that stage, I realized my plan is foiled because now I can't hop over the suitcase and hop over her and all the other chairs. Like, it's just too weird. So it now only naturally makes sense for me to go past this guy. And with peace and love to everyone in the universe, I was getting a strange aura. Again, I'm very anxious. I'm paranoid a lot. I do get mildly paranoid sometimes. So I'm thinking, like, everything's probably fine. I'm not going to assume the worst in him. How dare I, like, you know, just assume a strange vibe, even though I was definitely picking up on one. I thought, you know what? No, don't assume the worst in people. It's going to be fine. Now, as I'm approaching my stop, I have like a lot of time, a lot of notice, and I think, let me just start dropping the context clues of like, I'm gonna get off this boat soon, so unplug my headphones, unplug it from my phone, put my phone in my tote bag sitting on my lap, put it over my shoulder and sit up. And start looking around. I'm doing all these things very like theatrically, like I'm about to sit up, I'm about to get past, I'm about to squeeze past you, which again is a very normal, regular thing to do, but I'm just so anxious and I get really like edgy, like being like, oh, can I just squeeze through? Like, I don't know, I fear being an inconvenience, which is like such a meme, like such a freaking joke because I'm such an inconvenience to everyone in my life. But to strangers, random strangers, I don't want to have a confrontation. I am a little bit scared. Like, if I know you in real life, you know, be very afraid. But if you're a stranger, I'm like, oh, I don't want to, like, you know, holy fuck. I don't know why. My spidey senses were tingling. I hope you can hear me a little crinkling, otherwise it's probably really annoying. But yeah, I'm trying to like drop these context clues well in advance. I also wanted to be ready to like jump off the boat. Like, you know what I mean? So this guy noticeably looks at me getting up, getting ready. The stop is rapidly approaching at this stage. He looks at me and then looks down at his phone again. Pause. Then I was like, okay, be brave, lock in, social anxiety, who is she? So I was like, I'm so sorry, I just need to, wait, I use my customer service voice whenever I am speaking to like members of the public or when I'm in like a situation. I'm like, oh, sorry, like I really, you know how it's like fight, flight, freeze, like, you know, like when you're dealing with a situation where you're like, oh, what do I do? This was the 4th stage, which is fawn, where you go, you know, like you try and be extra friendly and like make up for whatever you're, you know, doing. So like, oh, so sorry, like I'm just gonna get past. He goes, okay, looks me dead in the eyes, and then just like in his seat just goes like this for me to squeeze past. Now, I wasn't trying to say to this man, you must rise to your feet and let me out of the way. But that's what I was assuming he would do because, excuse me, the gap between the seat is this bloody much. It's not very spacious. It's a little bit, we're on a boat, you know, we're on a boat in a river. This is not bloody the Grand Canyon. We don't have a lot of room around here. Oh my God, I'm staining my forehead. He's sitting down like this. I'm gonna reenact it for you. He's sitting down like this, right? The seat is probably here. I wish I was exaggerating. If you know what I'm talking about on the ferry, you know I'm talking the truth right now. It's this far away. So I have to squeeze past. And I'm thinking, mush, you are... But of course I was like, oh, sorry, excuse me. And goes past and I had to squeeze past. My butt was this far from his face. My juicy was this far from his face. I felt so uncomfortable. It's a me problem and this is my YouTube channel, so now it's a you problem, because the whole thing was just like, ugh, it just made me feel ill. I saw him wandering around. I'm sorry, but like, I saw him wandering around. Could he not have stood up for like 5 seconds for me to just jump out? I always stand up if someone needs to get out of the way. I would never want someone to just squish past me. I'm telling you, the room my legs had to go between him and the seat was maybe this much. I'm surprised me and my big bulky ass bloody tote bag made it past. And then as I'm waiting to get off the boat, I just feel this feeling of like pure ill, disgusting. I don't know why I'm sharing this, because I have to tell somebody. Like aura, his tone of voice, his like facial expression when he was like, yeah, just go past, was just like, something about it just... Anyway, that's what I'm freaking out about today. I definitely just got dye right on the back of my neck. I've got no backup today and no second set of eyes, so I'm really trying to do my best. Just me. I feel like I'm in one of those am I the asshole videos, but I don't even care if I'm the asshole. This is crazy. Very mild form of like, oh, that's a bit weird. Anyway, I don't know how much of that I'm gonna edit out. It's probably really annoying for you to have to hear. I'm sorry if you're watching this and going, why are you yelling at me about it? Let a girl rant, okay? All right, I feel like I've got a pretty good amount. This cleanup is gonna be annoying though, getting it off my face. I'm just gonna like take some on my hands so that I can like really get it in on there, because I can't see the top of my head. You're only meant to leave it in for 20 minutes and it's pretty much taken me 20 minutes to like get all of this in here. So I'm gonna rinse it out like almost straight away. Extra bits of what's left and pop it into here just to get the ends, because it does like fade out a little bit, but the regrowth, oh my god, the regrowth and the roots is where we need to focus our efforts. No dye left behind. This is gonna be so crispy. Oh, I hope it's gonna be so crispy and fresh. I'm so excited. It's a little bit nasty. Okay, I just checked the box out of, again, pure paranoia, because imagine like doing all this and putting the wrong color in. Oh, that's so something I would do, I say, as I drop a monumental amount of hair dye. I did have, I don't even know where my hair dye went. Somewhere, we might have to sacrifice her. He's going to sacrifice himself. Okay, we're just gonna move quick. I think there was a hole in the glove. This is crazy. Let the cleanup operation begin. I don't know why I was being so dramatic. This stuff comes off really easily, but better to be safe than sorry. Let's get it. I only washed my hair maybe like 2 days ago, so it's gonna be like extra fresh. I feel like it's probably better as well, because I don't know if like dirty hair might not like take... There's a car zooming. It's as is the tradition of the video. But I feel like oily hair like may not like take the dye in as well. My hair's been drier because again I just washed it, and I wash my hands a lot because as we all know on this channel, germaphobe, diagnosed, we love, but yeah, I do get really freaked out about that kind of thing. So the hands are gonna be no problem. That'll wash off in no time. And you know what? Respect the drip, you know? Those who get it, get it. Oh, I fear for this forehead situation, you guys. Look at this. I'm trying to like give myself more forehead than I actually have. Widow's peak baddies rise up, honestly. We love a balding hairline. That is why we keep up with the fringe, why we support that program. Okay, now just the neck and the back of my ears, which I'm sure look crazy right now. You know what? It's okay. It's gonna wash off. Cross your fingers and your toes with me, guys. This will wash off. This will wash off. I'm literally just gonna jump straight in the shower now, rinse this off, and my roots will finally be done and I can stop yapping you guys' ears off about it, okay? I'm fighting with my bin over here. I'm gonna rinse this out and I will see you guys, I guess, tomorrow with the finished results. I'm gonna go have a dramatic, crying, hair dye falling down montage, blast my tunes, have an everything shower, get it, and try and get this dye off my face. See you, chat. Okay, it's the next day. I hope you like that transition. I've pretty much just opened my eyes. Just bear with me while I become a person again. Okay, the roots are done. Are they necessarily the greatest professional hairdressing you've ever seen in your entire life? Yes. No, okay, but the job is done. The job is done, and that's that. Do you ever like wake up and you're like, I'm still just as tired as I was when I went to bed? I didn't end up using the tube of conditioner that it came with. I remember I have this like container of hair mask, and when I tell you, when I rinsed off the dye initially, before I even shampooed it, and like felt up here, like especially my fringe, because obviously like, my fringe was like all like pushed back with the dye. As soon as I felt that, it was like I was back at the farm and I was just gently stroking a hay bale. It was so dry, drier than my humor, drier than my bank account. It was not a good feeling, and I was like, I was a little bit like, oh, have I just cooked my hair for the last time? So I'm going, this is a little crispy, this is a little crunchier than I thought it was gonna be. And then I looked over and saw, I remembered I had a hair mask thing. I'm usually no frills when it comes to that, but my mum bought it for me because I think she actually cares about the health of my hair, which someone has to, okay? I'm glad someone does, because I don't. Anyway, the sudden realization that the hair mask existed really helped. I covered my whole head in it, and safe to say, I think it did rescue. My hair does not feel like straw anymore, so thank goodness for that. Oh, this is who I annoy when I'm not annoying the internet. What's he looking at? That's Gerard. He's looking at Gerard. Yep, I'd be concerned too. Oh my god, I just inhaled some of his ear fur. But long story short, rescued the hair with the hair mask. You know what? It's there. I'm just glad we got it done. I had a moment of like, maybe I should just do it tomorrow. Last night, I had a moment of, I'll just do it tomorrow. Thank goodness that I'm learning to override that part of my idiocy, because I'm trying to have a little more common sense, because I would have stayed up the exact same length of time messing around doing whatever, and then I would have had to get up this morning, dye my hair, then dry my hair because it wouldn't have dried in time, and it just would have been a whole crap. Anyway, I'm trying to like come to life. But yeah, that is the tea. That is the situation. Oh, just bumped you guys. Holy crap. Anyway, I have somewhere to be in like, well, I've got to leave in like 2 hours, I guess. So that's so I better hop to. I better get into it. I'm gonna curl my makeup, do my hair. Get dressed, get ready. What else? But first and foremost, coffee, because if I'm not making any sense now, it's only gonna get worse. Why am I tired? And then why am I complaining as well? Because the person who's been ruining their sleep schedule right here. I've got a lot coming up. I'm just thinking about how much I have to do next week. Well, like in a good way. I've got so much to do, but I'm so excited about all of it. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, yay. I'm kind of terrified. We'll get there. Anyway, have a beautiful morning and a beautiful day. These poor dogs, that's what it's like for them to have me as a sister. Try and throw the ball for them, rebounds off the bloody wall. Okay, let's go.